All this week, we're asking, how well do you know your kids? Do you know the drug influences around them? And do you think your address protects them? I met people close to the problem who've learned when it comes to illegal substances, there is no such thing as a suburban safe place.
This box belongs to a Worthington mom. She keeps it close, locks her valuables inside. Also, her own child won't steal and sell them to pay for heroin, a habit that has plunged the family into the depths of despair.
Pure hell. We worry all the time that we're going to be getting a phone call.
If I were to have met you 5 years ago and had a crystal ball and told you that in 5 years your daughter would be a heroin addict, what would you have said to me then?
I would laugh. I'd say there's no way. I would say that she was looking forward to her senior year at Linworth.
Instead, her 17-year-old isn't even in school anymore. And to think this mom moved to Worthington for the education and
to keep my children away from that.
But experts say no suburb, not Worthington, not Dublin, not Upper Arlington, is immune.
People in the so-called Golden Crescent may have more access to the means to purchase more expensive drugs. Other than that, there's absolutely no difference.
What he means is that Tyler Washington of Columbus,
I was the peer pressure,
could be any kid in the burbs.
How much would you say you used?
all day, every day.
Tyler says his parents didn't know until he told them. Then he committed to quitting marijuana, got treatment at Maryhaven.
Just, it's not the way I wanted to live. That's not what I wanted at all. Hurting the people around me.
Mike Powell of Operation Street Smart has heard those stories of hurt. He tracks the problem.
What those traffickers are aware of, the suburbs, there's a lot of money.
He says alcohol tops the abuse list there. Weed is second. Pharmaceuticals like Percocet are third on the list, followed by what you see here.
Heroin today is actually cheaper than a lot of those pharmaceuticals, so it's frightening.
It can go for $5 to $12 a balloon. A hardcore user might leave clues.
Tinfoil. She kept taking my tinfoil, and I kept finding little strips of it upstairs in her room.
And it was black on the bottom like this. She and her daughter's dad would learn it's a way to take heroin.
You put it on a piece of foil and you heat the foil with a lighter till it starts to smolder and smoke, and then you inhale the fumes with a straw. The thing that I worry about is, I hope to walk her down the aisle one day, and that may never happen.
He's studied her addiction. He knows where her pickup points are because he put a tracking device in her car, and he's read her texts.
I would see her making deals. She would have some of her mom's pills, and she would trade it for heroin.
It's why the prescription drugs are in the lockbox, too. Something Mom wishes she didn't need.
I would give everything in the world, anything, if she would stop. I don't wish this on anybody. Anybody.
Paul Coleman says 15 to 20% of Maryhaven's young patients say they've used opiates of some form. The consistent advice from experts: monitor who your child befriends, look for changes in their grades, and monitor money or its disappearance in the home.